You have limited time and gets exhausted in reading something which is not very relevant. A lot of time when you watch YouTube, there are a lot of toppers and they give their own set of book lists. You should know what is my demand. If you're very clear about what I need, I'm sure you are in a position to really use them effectively. Hey, today we are talking about a particular issue which is now becoming a serious problem. That is how to read books. Why I'm calling this as a problem is because as I have evolved through my different phases of teaching career, I find that there were hardly books that were directly touching upon the syllabus of UPSC to a stage when we have got so many books and so much of options and choices and real good ones that we are confused as to how to read books and what to read books and what not. You have to read for the purpose of retrieving, not word by word, not everything that you have read, but some of the things which you wanted to retain, like I told you about certain facts, about certain pointers, certain concept, those things for which you dived into the books, you should be very clear about. So this is what the purpose that we have got, and I like you to share a few pointers. In fact, you should stay away from the tick boxing approach. I mean, a lot of time when you watch YouTube, there are a lot of toppers and they give their own set of book lists. And then your stakes are so big. You just do not want to fail, do not want to miss anything. You make a list of books and then you load yourself so much that you start cracking under the weight of the books. So it is very important that you do not go for tick boxing, this book also, because buying those books is not our basic intention. Our intention is to use them. And that is why I am asking you to stay away from that. You should actually, from all the suggested readings that you have got from the toppers and the mentors and the faculties, you should know what is my demand. You should always be very clear as to I need this. If you are very clear about what I need, I'm sure you are in a position to really use them effectively. Also, your capacity to retrieve is the real thing. It's not that you have just focused on gathering and collecting. No, if you cannot retrieve from your mind, please do not waste your time reading such books and such materials, such sources. Also, try that the books have a kind of connect with the syllabus demand. If you are linking the syllabus with the book, pick up only those portions which is where your syllabus is linked with it. In fact, a lot of authors, when they write books, they just do not focus on one syllabus. They focus on some state level examinations. There may be subjects of the colleges, because all the authors want a bigger readership. And a bigger readership, that means they travel beyond your syllabus. So it is important for you to sit down and look at the index and connect with the syllabus, and accordingly you should decide that these are the parts of the books that I should be reading. Apart from that, and this basically a corollary which flows from the previous point, that you don't have to read a book from cover to cover. It's not required. I mean, if you bought the book, doesn't mean that you have to read it also and read the whole thing from cover to cover. Definitely not. See your own requirement, see your own retrievability, see your own syllabus connect, and then accordingly you should decide as to what you're reading. And also, while I'm talking about what to read, I'm also trying to caution you, you must also know what not to study. Because a lot of time, you have limited time and it gets exhausted in reading something which is not very relevant. So knowing what not to study is as important. And especially if you're a beginner, this is where I find a lot of those beginners in the initial phase of preparation, they get so greedy and then they get into every book and that they can lay their hands on and they start reading them. That has to be carefully borne in mind. Also, review the book that you have covered, that you have read a book. It's not that it's the book to be set aside and say like, hey, I have read it. No, it's not a novel. You have to basically try and see that you can mentally revisit those books, you can revise them, you can retrieve the facts that you studied there, and that is very important. Also, here comes the short notes very handy. When you're reading a book, you should have some short notes, and those short notes can very effectively help you retrieve the information that you may have acquired. Apart from that, you should be basically, broadly I would say, you should see three things: your need, the syllabus and the demand of the syllabus, PYQs, previous year's questions, the place where this trio, the three things meet, that's the place where you should be actually concentrating and spending your time on. My best wishes always with you.